In the top stories, Education Minister meets with principals and their deputies. St. Lucia on high alert as flood warning issued for island. And at least 25 died in Russian attack on Ukraine station. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Friday, August 26, 2022. I'm your presenter, Shanique Carvey. Nationally, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, the Honorable Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, said that a new paradigm shift will take hold within the education sector in order to implement wholesale transformation, while addressing education administrators, including principals and deputy principals, at a meeting at the Immaculate Conception Catholic School Auditorium on Thursday. Dr. Hanley said that as a former educator, he was excited to address the school administrators. As the new Minister of Education, he promised to enhance the education experience. Additionally, the Minister of Education said that he will deliver on providing a stipend for teachers to purchase resources for their classrooms. Equally important, he said that as the Minister of Education, his aim is to actively interact with staff and students. He appealed to principals and their deputies to keep the line of communication open. The Education Minister congratulated the newly appointed principals and deputies and reiterated the importance of teamwork as they work together to advance the education sector. The St. Kitts Electricity Company, or SCELEC, is installing more underground infrastructure in communities across the island so that its infrastructure can be more climate resilient in withstanding the devastating impacts of natural disasters as a result of climate change. Appearing on Working for You on Wednesday in a discussion treating disaster preparedness, especially in this time of the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season, SCELEC's Control Operations and Protections Manager, Mr. Colin Brown, underscored the importance of the energy company's underground infrastructure.
Underground infrastructure, it's an important pillar of a resilient electrical system. The majority of our infrastructure is still overhead, but I can report that for every consumer of electricity in St. Kitts, some part of the infrastructure, some portion of the infrastructure that provides them electricity is underground. So whether they are fortunate enough to live in an area such as Frigate Bay or our business in Bastia, and the entire their electricity delivery is entire underground, fortunately, or whether it's in another part of the community, let's say Sandy Point, for instance, where the electricity delivery, just as an example, would be underground from Nevis to as far as Challengers, and then would be overhead from Challengers to Sandy Point.
Mr. Brown further noted that the importance and effectiveness of SCELEC's current underground infrastructure were evident during recent hurricanes and storms, where many customers remained with power throughout the weather disturbance.
We had Irma and Maria with two significant storms who I think were spaced by about less than 2 weeks. And there are customers in St. Kitts who had continuous electricity supply throughout both storms. It is financially prohibitive to provide end-to-end underground infrastructure to all customers, and keeping in mind that underground infrastructure tends to be a factor of as much as 6 to 8 times more expensive than overhead infrastructure, and expensive as on a capital basis to install, and then their maintenance costs. But we continue to put new underground infrastructure.
He stated that SCELEC is on a mission to transform the delivery of electricity for both residential and commercial purposes across St. Kitts. Nevis's newest industry continues to thrive as the UK-based production company MSR Media is presently filming its 7th feature movie on the island. Premier Honorable Mark Brantley, Minister in the Nevis Island Administration, responsible for economic planning and the film industry, said this is a clear sign that, quote, something good is happening in Nevis, end quote. The new film, The Island, stars Michael J. White, Jackson Rathbone, Gillian White, Eduardo Costa, and Amber Lutfi, and is being directed by award-winning film and television director Mr. Sean Piccinino. Local thespians Mr. Winston Crook and Miss Esther Brooks have been cast in supporting roles in addition to the almost 100 local individuals that have been hired to play speaking and non-speaking roles. In an interview with the Department of Information, Mr. Piccinino said, quote, "We've got an amazing cast, a lot of amazing supporting local cast, and of course crew, and everybody has been so lovely. This is my first time to Nevis and St. Kitts, and I've had nothing but a wonderful time here. It's been my honor to be asked to come here. MSR has been so lovely to me, and of course our producer Philippe for giving me this opportunity. We really couldn't ask for a better place to be filming all of this," end quote. The film is being shot at several locations around the island, including Wally Beach Resort, Luna Restaurant, downtown Charlestown, New River, and at the iconic St. Thomas Anglican Church. We move now